Hi, I'm going to teach you how to make your own Google site website. This is going to be a fully functional website. This is going to be able to do all sorts of cool things, including be able to be reached by anyone as long as you set the properties right. Let's dig in. So, for this project, if you're doing this for the e-commerce site, it'll look something like this. But regardless, I'll have told you how to get to the site, the security site. That's kind of confusing. But always look at the resources. When you look at the assignment page for what I've set up, always look at the resources before you start asking me questions, because I am trying to anticipate your questions and put them up there. Matter of fact, sometimes I update this along the way as students ask me questions that I think are good questions, or by student asking me questions, I realize I did not make something clear. So I'll go back here and I'll put some information. So resources right here to create or find your Google site. Don't ask me how to find your Google site or create one, because it's right here. Bro, click on that. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a blank one. If you want to explore with these things, go for it. Explore with these other templates. If you look at template gallery, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. Maybe there's one in there you like. I'm going to make it blank just so I can show you the most that can be done. So blank site. Here we go. First thing is you need to name it. The name of your site will be your 3 initials, or 4 initials if you have more than 4 initials, 3 initials, 4 initials. I'm not concerned. Don't come tell me how many initials you have in your name. I don't care. But we do need to organize these in such a way that we know that they're theirs, because this site is going to be hittable, reachable from within BCA. And so if you name it shopping, then you've taken the name shopping for everyone. So let's not do that. So from there, call it the name of your business and then e-commerce. So I didn't even pick a name for my business yet. I'm going to put the name of my business to be Rad Clothing and then e-commerce, like that. All right. Now it's named. Okay. So your page is going to have your site is going to have 4 pages. 4 pages. And to create pages, you go over here. Boom, page. This is your home page. The home page is going to be your greeting page, your welcome page. Okay. The next page is going to be your merch. So create a page there. I clicked on the plus right here. Merch, or merchandise, or shopping, or clothes, whatever you want to call it. Done. Merch. Okay. And you'll see up here now the navigation panel has automatically put it in here. So merch, and then that's where they're going to see your clothing and be able to choose to purchase it, and however we kind of get to purchase it here, because of course we're not going to be accepting credit cards. So the next one is going to be my inspiration, or call it what you will. Inspiration. Okay, remember, this is just going to be like if you're some sort of fancy schmancy designer, you're going to show things that inspired you. On this page won't be your clothing, it'll be other things. Hopefully no clothing at all. Maybe if all your clothing are based on pickles, then you would show a bunch of cucumbers, pickles, vinegar, and sourpusses. Done. And then the final thing will be meet the designer, which is going to be you. And I guess we should be consistent. That one had exclamation points. Let's have all that have exclamation points. And there you go. There's your 4 pages. And you can see that as you click on them, they're going to, the user will get to see all those different sites. Okay. So now we go back here. Let's put the name of your business right here. And Rad Clothing is the name of my business. Okay. And if you want to put another backdrop here, you can change this image. Select. Oh, look, they have all these things. Let's see, things that are rad. Any of this thing looks rad? I don't know, man. I hope yours is better than mine, because I'm just kind of picking things. There we go. Rad Clothing. There's my background. Now you'll notice that when I did this image, I could have uploaded a picture. So you can go search for pictures and put better pictures up there. That's up to you. Okay. Rad Clothing. And in here, you're going to just kind of talk about your business, how it came to be. So let's just grab a text box. We'll go back over here and we'll grab a text box and we'll say Rad Clothing opened its stores in 2002, whatever, to share the world of Mr. Gullett, because my clothing's all be based on me, because I'm so cool. It's all going to look like me. To share the world of Mr. Gullett via clothing. Okay, I'm not going to say a lot here. I'm not going to make a complete website. I want you all to make that, okay? But this page here is going to be in general just what they see when they go to the site. Rad clothing. It's going to talk your clothing line. It's going to talk about not your inspiration or anything like that, but just about who you are, okay? And now I'm going to publish this website. Keep on publishing this website along the way. And I would even make a copy from time to time, and you would call it just your initials, you know, to backup 1, backup 2, backup 3, that kind of thing. So you click publish, and that means it's published, okay? Publish. Okay, I'm going to call it website is this. So yes, it's going to be called that. Oh, who can view my site? There we go. Manage. You can go ahead and say, click down here, public. I want you to have it be public because I want your parents to be able to go look at it. I'm not too concerned about someone finding it and doing anything because I'm not quite sure how they'd find it. It's not searchable on the web. So there we go. We click done. And then we click publish. Okay, so now the site's published. If you had the URL, the link, the web address, and you were in Uzbekistan at an internet cafe, probably on dial-up, you could find this site. It's published. It's out there. You've made a website. To view it, the easiest way is to come up here to publish, see a little drop down, go over here and say view published site. And there we go. There is my website. Inspiration page is going to be very open, and you're going to be able to do pretty much whatever you want to in general. But I want you to kind of explore with what the controls are, is what they're called, the objects that you can put onto a website. So we're going to go over to inspiration. And by the way, let's go ahead and change this. So this is kind of the file name of the website, and this is what is displayed. I can call this whatever I want to. This is the file name. This is the web link. This is what they'll be typing in. But go down here and you can call this whatever you want to. So I just deleted everything in there, and I'll call it just rad clothing like this. And you'll see this didn't change. These are still the same, but you can call this something a little more appropriate than just what that was. So inspiration. Remember, we're supposed to talk about, since we're creative, artistic people, what inspired us. So let's insert some cool objects in here. They got a whole bunch of stuff in here, all sorts of things you can do. Let's go ahead and go and put in some pictures here. So I'm going to pick this picture, and to add the pictures in there, you can click on plus, and you can say select image, and you can search the web, Google Images, right here. Let's search something. This is all about me, and let's say that I was inspired by pickles. So I'm going to say pickle. I'm going to search the web, and I'm going to double click on this, and you'll see there that it's not very good looking. So if you go here, uncrop, there we go. Now you can see the whole pickle. And right below it, I click below it. I can say, from a young age, I was excited. Come on, fingers. Excited by pickles. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. See, there we go. And let's put some compass here. And select image. I'm saying select image. And Google Images. And we can also say that Hollywood. I'm fancy like people from Hollywood are. Hollywood. And I do Hollywood. Double click. And I can click on this to uncrop it. You see now it looks like that. And I can say Hollywood has been asking me to design clothing all my life. You know, whatever. Just kind of say these are the things that supposedly inspired what your line of clothing is about. If you have a sports line of clothing, you can put pictures of your sports team up there. If it's just about things that are cool, then just put things that are cool. Sunsets. Really, it's whatever you want to put in here. So I'm just going to go and put in some other things. Select image. Search Google Images. Oh, let's go to Google Drive, and you can probably find some of my pictures. Here's some of the pictures I found before. Oh, capybara. There we go. This is my uncle Capybara. Capybara. He inspired me to create clothing. Now, don't copy what I'm doing here exactly. That would be annoying because obviously it's just very silly and random. So don't just, you know, do what I'm doing. I'm going to find some other pictures I have here. Here we go. Here's Gbot and Cbot. And say, Cbot loves clothes. I don't know. Clothes. Okay. So, what else we got in here? A map. Let's click on map. And we'll click on Paris. Paris. Let's put Paris, Texas, just to be smart, Alex. Paris, Texas. Select. There we go. Put a map of Paris, Texas in there. And I can put right next to it a text box. Scroll up here. I'm using the scroll wheel. Text box. Oh, I put 2 in there by accident. I can put it in there. I clicked and dragged it. And I can say, the people of Paris, Texas, love my clothes. Don't just recreate what I'm doing here. You're totally fine to go through and just play with all of these things in here and do whatever you want to do. This is how you get rid of something, by the way. See, I clicked here and delete. Now it's gone. You can put some more stuff on there. So there you go. Just kind of have fun with it. That's just the inspiration page. Let's now work on Meet the Designer. This is where you'd put in pictures of you or something like that. Meet the Designer. You're going to talk about yourself. So in here, I want to have you play with, where to go? Collapsible Groups. And just kind of have categories. So this would be young age. And then down here I'll say, from a young age, I was a fantastic designer. Wherever I went, people wanted me to draw on their clothing. I don't know. Okay. Now look, when you click on this, it pops up and down. I'll show you in a second when we publish this website what it does. Let's add another classical group. Click. School years. In school, I sold my first design. It was for a nickel, and it was a bracelet. I don't know. Okay, let's put a picture in here. There might be a better way, but the way I found was go down here below everything, double click, and you can click on images. Images. And let's find a picture of me because this is going to be about me. So I go to Google Images. No. I go to Google Drive and I find a picture of me. There's, well, I already had one with me and Charlie. Here we go. Here's a picture of me. Double click. Boy, that's a handsome picture. And now the way to get it in there is I'm going to click, or the way that I found to get in there, is I'm going to click and drag it into here. And now see, look. There we go. You can ask your parents if you can put a picture of you on there, and you can put it in there, or you can find a silly picture. So let's put another section, collapsible group. I'm going to click down here to make sure it goes in the right place. I hit collapsible group. There we go. Designer years. I don't know. Call it things. You know, this is just where you're really, these pages are really where you're playing with it. Here I am at a fashion gala. All right, now we're going to put a picture in here. Remember, you double click below it, click on picture, and I'm just going to search the Google Images, and I'm going to go to fashion show, and there. Sure, that's me. I don't know. I'm not nearly that. Nope, no, not school years. Stop that, you. Oh, hey, we can undo. Hold down Control. Wait, no, undo. Undo. There we go. There I am. And now, there we go. That's me. Very handsome. I'm extraordinarily handsome when I'm out and about. So let's click on Publish. Request public search engines to not display my site. Click on this. I'm going to be coming around and checking this. Just make sure that Google won't find it. They wouldn't have found it anyway, but just double make sure. Publish. Now, this is how you find, or I should say, this is how you view your finished work. I clicked on this drop-down arrowy thing right here, and I clicked on View Publish Site. And look, there's my site. And I can click around. I can go to Inspiration. There we go. There's all those things. Meet the Designer. And look, bonk. Bonk. That's how they pop up and down. There you go. There's the first 3 pages.